Lambeau Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Lauletta on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! We got three, fellas, we got three.
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Well, this is taken in, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So that'll back him up 5. On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Detroit!
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And Lauletta just beating the play clock. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
No. Check. Patriot.
Lauletta back to the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are in for 6. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll go on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit!
To throw on third down. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Coming off play action, Lauletta. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll make it third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. On 1st and 10, Fields flush to his right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
It down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff looking right. Spins away. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, Fields. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Buffalo after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he showcased his spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this one is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Here's Lauletta now on second. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Green 39, green 39. No, check, Patriots.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And that is no good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. Lauletta to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Fields. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
It's Lauletta off play action. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jarrett Davis coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Lauletta eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them let it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields flushed out right. And now running. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of it.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Set! Green!
Here's Lauletta. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Now let's go!
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta, escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Floating one, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun. Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. Oh, fighting off the defender. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Rip left. Rip left.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Lauletta now to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Cole. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Lauletta sliding out of the pocket. And a little float there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Leopard!
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
39!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first and 10, Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the gun, Fields going up top. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The point after is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super tough.
Lauletta on first down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Gun!
Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Lauletta from the 50. Benjamin's got it. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Leopard! Hey, pull down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And on the ground they go with a running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A lot of scoring.
My have an all-white ring. Couldn't hit if had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk.